So often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now the starting group for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the 5 spot. Tatum passes to Holiday. Brown wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla, and we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if you want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. So it's Orlando now, following the bucket by the Celtics. From the wing, that's good from Banchero on the assist from Suggs.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Banchero. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now, here's Banchero. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters. Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
6 to shoot. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Another miss by Banchero.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Carter with the screen. And Banchero, here we go. And the shot is good. Banchero's got 6.
Strong defense against Banchero inside, but they can't break his focus, and he still manages to knock it down.
Now here's Porzingis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black's subbed in for Suggs. Now here's Brown. Following the missed shot by Franz Wagner. Bucket is good.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
Pass to Anthony. Inside. Orlando moving the ball around. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
When it comes to solid three-point shooting, Anthony makes them when they count the most.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Here's Cornette. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Celtics. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's the Boston Five.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
And here is Horford after Jonathan Isaac hitting the three. Hauser, good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Hauser's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Isaac with the screen for Banchero. Knocks it loose and stolen by Horford. Pass to Craig. And finished off by Craig.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Banchero following the bucket by the Celtics. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Anthony from the arc. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Clever call by Anthony there, using the pick and roll to create an opening.
Horford with the screen on Anthony. And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Spins. Here's Banchero in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Here's Pritchard. Hasn't made one yet. Tatum down low. Covered by Anthony. That's tipped. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. Black kicks to Anthony. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Cornette. Back to Holiday. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, there is an understated, quiet physicality to Holiday's game. I mean, he's a guy that you don't want to mess with. He's strong and tough and persistent.
Orlando's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Caldwell Pope kicks to Wagner. Pass to Wagner. To the inside. Here's Suggs. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Here's Wagner. It's good from the top of the key. Wagner's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Brown outside. Shoots over Wagner. That one off the back iron and out. Magic have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. White the pass to Cornette. Back to White. And no good. Suggs with the ball. Tie game in Boston. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
22.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Cole Anthony.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5. And here's Banchero after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Caldwell Pope passes to Wagner. Banchero a screen for Suggs. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Suggs has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Tatum against Banchero. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Banchero a screen on Holiday. That puts them in the lead. Suggs has got 6.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Brown outside. Tatum down low. Banchero's there.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Now Suggs, 6 points for him. Banchero outside. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 10 points for Paolo Banchero.
Banchero showing he can run the offense too now. Nice score off the pick as the ball handler.
Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do. Oh, my goodness, man, oh, man. Suggs with some extra juice on that dunk.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. And a switcher also for Orlando. Black's checked in. Now here's Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
Tatum no good on the free throw. The Magic have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. Porzingis with a screen on Banchero. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Pritchard's got it all tied up now for Boston.
I can't figure out why they aren't going to him more. I mean, he's scoring the ball well for him.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Anthony comes in for Jalen Suggs. Brown dishes to Horford. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Anthony with the bucket.
Nice, smooth jump shot from Anthony. I like him in that medium-range area.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pritchard passes to Cornette. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Count that bucket. Pritchard's got his second bucket tonight. Outside Anthony. From past the arc. hits the three-point bomb. And the Magic lead by 5.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
The third quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. Then it's Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Now, here's Craig. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. To the middle, here's Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Horford's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Boston. Here's Black. Down low, De Silva. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. And a dunk by Horford.
Well, you can't afford to give Horford that type of advantage inside. As soon as you do that, you're cooked.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Wagner will battle you inside now. He's not afraid to embrace and even initiate contact.
Tatum on the wing. Corner shot. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Pass to Suggs. Wagner with a screen for Suggs. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs, so dangerous in the pick and roll.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Holiday fires from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball.
I tell you, boy, he comes up big at the right time. I love his demeanor, though. His disposition says all business, and I'm ready for whatever is needed.
Now, here's Banchero. Pass to Carter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Nice D from Porzingis. To take the lead. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They lead by 1. Out to Carter. Banchero inside. Light covering. Banchero against White. Banchero, that's good. And the Magic lead by 3.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll will take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Tatum to tie it up. Yes! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Banchero left side to the middle. Carter kicks to Banchero. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. It's White on the wing. Brown outside. A miss that time would have put him up. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Banchero finds Suggs. Here is Carter. Out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. No good. Count it!
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Tatum. Over Banchero. Can't cash in.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big...
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
got you covered. Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
And it's the Bucks to start out. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at center, filling out the middle. For three, here's Lillard. The rebound by Atlanta. Young inside, defended by Lillard. And Young the bucket on the assist by Johnson.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Here's Prince. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Yep, count it.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more. But this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Lillard driving inside, and the dunk by Lillard.
Big time drive from Lillard, and the contact. He has the mindset just to slough it off.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young from deep. Another three for Atlanta.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Lillard. Kuzma outside. Misses the three. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people want it to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Daniels. Oh, sweet move. And Young gets it to go. Young's got 7 points.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Sims, he's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Prince. Smith, he's checked in for Sims. The Hawks lead by 6. 1 minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's LeVert. And he banks in the layup.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
Lillard with the ball. Portis with a screen on LeVert. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Fires in the triple. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Up top man, the 3 is up. It's the trifecta.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Pass to Porter. Back to Lillard. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
LeVert outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And Atlanta making a change here. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Atlanta closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's the 3. Capella with a rebound. Atlanta leading by 10. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
Here's Risache. Pass to LeVert. Niang outside and stolen by Antetokounmpo. just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA? Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Prince comes in for Green. Pass to Man. Lets it fly. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Man's got his second bucket on the night. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 7. Outside Porter. Lopez, the screen. The drive by Porter. Soft touch off the glass.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
LeVert goes against Trent. Niang a screen. Outside for LeVert. 4 on the clock. Here's Man. Porter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 5. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Pass to Bufkin. There's the triple. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kuzma comes in for Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Porter Jr. Here's Prince. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
The first one falls. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Atlanta leading by 3. Okongwu, a screen on Lillard. Lillard against Young. Knocked loose. Here's Daniels over Prince. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Daniels has got 5 now.
Yes, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Portis for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Outside Young. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Hawks ahead, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
It's just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he is so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
And how about the skill of Risache? Able to outwork the contact and finish what he started.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And Atlanta with possession here. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. There's Young with the 3. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Trae's so dynamic in the pick and roll. He runs that set as well as anyone in the league.
Here's Prince on the wing. Kuzma. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent. But Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special. And when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable. And Kuzma, one of those forwards that can kind of go between. Plays the 4 or the small forward. And that's impressive versatility from this young player.
Now here's Young. 14 points for him. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000 point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I could stay healthy. Brian, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Here's Lillard following the score by... Yes, sir! Hey, put Lillard in the dunk contest with that one.
He's such a great ball handler. Lillard making the defender look silly.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Young takes the hit and scores it anyway.
Man, we see this from Trae often, his ability to take over games with his scoring.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Young. Okongwu inside, working on Lopez. Pass to Daniels. The Hawks need to get one up here. There's Young with the 3. Knocks down the triple. Young's got 12 now in this quarter.
Yeah, Trae's not going to pass up a shot like that.
And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Now here's Portis. Livingston, pass to Lillard. The 3. Oh, Lillard laces in a 3.
Great shot from Lillard. He loves finding space around that perimeter so he can just fire.
Out left to the wing. Niang outside. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
On target from range. And now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. They set the pick, and here's LeVert for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Giannis with the jam.
Yeah, I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Krejci. Pass to Capella. Here's Krejci. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Mann. Here's LeVert. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Fearless from Young inside.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. A minute 53 left in the fourth. And Giannis with the dunk.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Now Young. The 3. It doesn't go for him. Milwaukee's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
1:16 left to play in the fourth. Young, and the shot goes. Young's got 16 points here in the second half.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Here's Young, and he buries it, and he's tied it up. What a shot!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Antetokounmpo up top, covered by Johnson. Lillard against Young. Fires, high post. Okongwu with the rebound.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kuzma finds Antetokounmpo. in. Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu.
That is what I'm talking about. Wow. And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And the Hawks with possession here. Trailing by 2. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And Giannis with the jam.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. Young against Lillard. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
Kuzma, the pass to Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Kongwu. Nice move, and the layup is good. And now a 6-point Bucks lead.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Shea. To the paint. Here's Daniels. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. And an intentional foul right there. Here's Lillard. Lopez, the screen on Young. Here's Kuzma. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. And the Bucks lead by 6.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Trae Young, not the biggest guy on the court, but will take the biggest shots.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul. At the line for 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that puts him up 5. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. We've got 22 seconds left in OT. Young from long range, and it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Pass to Daniels. Off target from downtown. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. The 3 from Rizashay. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. Things looked a little uneven. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
This could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Wagner outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Now Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
George against Wagner. He gets it in there. George has got 5.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't
know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
And here's George for three. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Orlando. It's a three-point game. Banchero, that's good.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Drops in the tray. 8 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And there's Banchero on the assist from Carter.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Here's Grimes. Pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Over Carter. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
Suggs passes to Carter. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Wagner wide open. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The 76ers leading by 3. To the inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Banchero. The 17-footer. Poke loose. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's George. Back to Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Caldwell Pope. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
3 shots. 3 shots.
That free throw, no good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he's good on the second. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Isaac a screen on Maxey. Here's Wagner. Good on the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Chalk up 2 there.
Maxey saying, sure, I'll take that.
Anthony with it. Inside, here's Bitadze. It's deflected. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Joel Embiid out there with Yabusele. Then it's Butler. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now here's Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
No stopping Embiid inside. He is a beast.
The Magic trail by 4. Outside Anthony. Banchero, a screen for Anthony. Drills the three-pointer. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's McCain. Covered by Anthony. A nice shot by McCain.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Banchero outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Philadelphia leading by 3. Edwards kicks to Butler. Back to Edwards. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And they double up Embiid. Great work on the glass by Embiid.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Here's Black. Still yet to score. Outside Anthony. To the paint. Isaac outside. Here's Black. Here's Anthony. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Anthony's got 7. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Oubre. After the basket by Franz Wagner. Here's Grimes. Rebound by the Magic. 56 seconds left to play here in the half. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Defense right on him. Wagner has screen on Oubre. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Wagner.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
They set the pick. Suggs against Maxey. And here's George for 3. Carter pulls it in. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Suggs looking around. Pass to Wagner. Now Wagner, the shot by Carter, nobody around. And again, it's Orlando with the 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Magic as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
They're thinking up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so in the game for the Magic, sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. And here's Maxey after Paolo Banchero made that last 3-pointer.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Orlando leading. Caldwell Pope outside. Wagner kicks to Banchero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Just his first attempt. Oubre can't get it to go. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Banchero. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Nothing on the board. That's good from Banchero on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And the Magic lead by 4. Embiid with a screen on Suggs. Outside, Maxey. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Embiid in the corner. Over Carter. Shot is good off the back rim and in. That's now 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Nice looking jumper for Embiid. So fluid for a guy his size.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And Philadelphia making a change here. Yabusele's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Anthony Black's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Pass to Black. Banchero looking around. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Banchero, a screen on Oubre. Pass to Carter. Inside. Here's Banchero. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Banchero's got 15.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Grimes passes to Oubre. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. He has 5.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Carter outside. Suggs kicks to Black. Banchero with the screen. A nice shot by Black. Black's got his first 3 points of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Oubre. He's got 5. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Wagner on the wing. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Embiid. He's got 8. Five to shoot. Here goes Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Orlando. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. We've got Butler, Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Isaac goes in. And it's in there. And the Magic lead by 3.
Yeah, I like the concentration there. Isaac showing how skilled he is on the block. Feels like no one can stop him.
Outside Butler. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Orlando. Banchero up top. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
And Banchero doesn't back down from anyone, which is why he's able to draw those fouls.
Both teams will make substitutions. And he sinks the second.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Will they get it done? We'll see, guys."
Thank you, David.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Big 3 right there, especially at this point in the game.
And it's Banchero top the key. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Outside, George. Back to Maxey. And the 3 off target. Orlando's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And the rejection by Embiid.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
Banchero against Oubre. Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. Connects from 3-point range. Suggs has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Magic leading by 3. Suggs kicks to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Banchero. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The 3 from George. Sinks the triple. George has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Carter with the screen on Oubre. Banchero. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Pass to Embiid. Over Carter. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And that's 12 points for Joel Embiid. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, knocks down the 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Grimes passes to Maxey. Carter against Embiid. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
There's the lob to Carter. Yes!
And because of Carter Jr.'s finesse and athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish those alley-oops in style.
Maxey finds Embiid. Count it!
The guy you want to have the ball. Embiid, this man is a superstar.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Maxey passes to Embiid. It counts! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. And it's the 76ers with the ball. George finds Oubre. A three-pointer, no good. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Shooting for Orlando, Franz Wagner.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much did.
Buries it from outside.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and
they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5 spot. Got it.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get one up here. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Here's Shea. Left side Young. This one for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Johnson. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Tatum's gotten his 2nd bucket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Down low. Here's Young.
Yeah, on defense, you really see Holiday's quickness and tenacity. He refuses to give the shooter any space.
The kick to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Shea. Launches it. Another 3 for Atlanta.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Shea better than this.
Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Holiday. Outside Johnson. Johnson a screen on Brown. Here's Shea. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Shea's got 5 now.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. Here's Tatum. That won't go either for Tatum.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
The 3 from Shea. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself. But now he wants to keep everybody involved.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Daniels. Here's Shea. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
And here's Tatum. 6 points for him. Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. Tatum way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. He's got 9. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Rizachet out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's George Nier. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back to LeVert. Puts up a three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Boston trailing. On the wing, Tatum. Over Rizachet. Tatum can't hit.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Here's Rizachet. He's got 5. Goes up on the wing, and it's Atlanta scoring again. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum, taking the hit.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's LeVert, and he dunks it down.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Back to Tatum for 3. JT for 3.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Young misses.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Holiday against Young. Picked up by Okongwu. There's the 3. Oh, the lethal 3-ball of Young.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Brown scanning the floor. .46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Oh, JB rattling the rim.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
Horford, he's checked in for Tatum. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Takes a 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
A jumper that is pretty and effective. Young's game starts with his shot.
Holiday passes to Horford. White on the wing. Now here's Brown. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Young. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Drew Holiday.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And both free throws good for Young.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly.
25. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court jump.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Perfect execution from Porzingis.
You see the reach of Porzingis. His length is what makes him a prime-time alley-oop threat.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Back to Tatum. The 3 is up. Tatum with the three-point answer.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Young from behind the arc. And the Hawks with another 3.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Outside White. Jacks up a 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Niang, he's checked in for the Hawks. Karis LeVert comes in for Trae Young. Porzingis against Okongwu. 1:51 left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rizachet, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Rizachet's future in this league.
Outside, Brown. And the jam by Brown.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Niang outside. Back to LeVert. Outside Johnson. That 3's off the mark. Boston has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Back to Tatum. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Johnson passes to Okongwu. The fadeaway. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
No one there to contest. Didn't really need the fade.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 2-point game. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's Risacher. 12 points for him. Some solid defense from Holiday. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. They've got Terrence Mann, George Niang out there with Clint Capella. But then it's Karis LeVert, and it's Bufkin in at the point.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
LeVert goes against Tatum. Outside man. Drives to the hoop. Horford with the block.
The great positioning, the 7'1" wingspan. That combination makes Horford a dangerous shot blocker.
The Hawks trailing. Niang, the pass to man. Here's Bufkin. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. They grab their own miss. Here's Niang. Atlanta again missing. Boston has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Out to the wing. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Over LeVert. A nice shot by Tatum. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Young against Holiday. Pass to White. A minute 58 left in the game. Okongwu against Porzingis. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 4. On the wing, Daniels. He's guarded by White. Here's Young. Oh, Young! So tough at his size.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Johnson against Tatum. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Tatum with it. The 3 ball. Okongwu with the rebound. Outside Young. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
The more aggressive Young is, the better he plays, creating a trip to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Okongwu will screen on Holiday. Young from long range. Laces one from 3.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
41 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. And he lobs it up. Yes!
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
.27 seconds left in the game. Here's Tatum. And it falls all over the rim and in. Tatum's got 30.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Nifty move. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And look at Tatum getting aggressive inside.
The line, Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 2 here. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
And knocks down the 3.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. There's 6 seconds left in the game. Young. Good!
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance. And trying to just outscore other teams, generally not.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nemhard to his son. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Turner in at the 5.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Halliburton passes to Turner. Now Nemhard. Pass to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Now Pascal Siakam looking aggressive and determined, which forces the defender to commit the foul.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
Siakam finds Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Siakam, that's good.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam now with a tighter handle, now can manipulate the defense as that guy dictating action in pick and roll play.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, you need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Kuzma outside. Prince kicks to Lillard. A three ball. The shot's good on the assist by Prince. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Back to Halliburton. Floats one up. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The frame of Halliburton makes you think he can't finish through contact, but folks, that's a wiry, strong frame right there.
Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it, and now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana. Lopez a screen. Three-pointer, Lillard buries it from three-point range. 10 points for him.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now, here's Siakam. For three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. 3-point lead. Prince misses. Siakam against Lopez. Siakam, that's good.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Prince setting a pick for Lillard. Pass to Prince. Oh, good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mathurin passes to Turner. Shoots from 14. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Lillard from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 13 points.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Lets the three fly. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have
the first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Bucks lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Gary Trent, and it's Green in at the 3 side. Halliburton for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Halliburton's got his 2nd basket of the game. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
McConnell against Porter. Halliburton passes to Walker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
McConnell finds Mathurin. Good, nice job down low. Here's Porter. 1:27 left here in the second. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Porter. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith is checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
Excellent recognition from Kuzma. Solid running these screen and rolls.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Turner for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Prince kicks to Kuzma. To the middle. And there's Lillard on the assist by Kuzma. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks. Nembhard the pass to Turner. Now Siakam. Mathurin for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Over Nesmith. The Pacers pull it in. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Turner. Here's Nembhard. Six to shoot. Yep, it counts. Nembhard's got 5 points so far.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top, leading by 3. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 spot. Lillard against Halliburton. Lillard looking around. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 17.
Oh, the patience, the composure. Lillard letting his shot come to him under pressure.
Halliburton outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Halliburton's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Siakam. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside, Giannis.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
Lillard against Halliburton. Over Lillard. And again, it's Indiana. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And here's Prince outside. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Halliburton outside. The 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, but what Tyrese Halliburton is showing you the versatility he has at the offensive end.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 9 points in the game so far. Lopez, a screen on Siakam. Giannis drives in, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pacers lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Gary Trent is out there at Porter. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The putback. Oh, and Giannis puts it right back in.
You love to see Giannis get aggressive like that, ensuring they convert there with a putback jam.
Pass to McConnell. Here's Walker. Sinks the 15-footer.
And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Porter, no luck.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Down low. Halliburton for 3. It's good from long range. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Kevin Porter. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Halliburton inside the 3-point line. And again, it's Indiana.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Lillard. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Halliburton finds Siakam. Halliburton outside. Siakam a screen on Lillard. Halliburton. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Halliburton's got 20.
Oh, big time pivotal bucket, Tyrese Halliburton. We see you.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the flush by Antetokounmpo!
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Siakam's shot is off. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Neesmith. Turner with a screen on Prince. Neesmith. It's good.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Pass to Nembhard. Here's Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, with that 6'9" length, right? Siakam uses those long limbs to create contact, get himself some free throws. Nicely done.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. From deep, Prince unable to get that one. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Prince outside. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Looking to get stops late. That kind of defense
ain't going to cut it.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Prince outside. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You get the sense Taurean Prince rises to the challenge and relishes every chance he gets.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Nails the trade! And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Off target with that shot. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.
Who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. Right wing. Young against Suggs. Pass to Risache. Outside Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Okongwu. The 3 from Risache. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risache will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Caldwell Pope. The pass to Suggs. Wagner on the wing. Shot from the low post is good.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time. Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Pass to Rizachet. Outside Young. Okongwu, a screen on Suggs. Young with the bucket. Suggs with it. Outside Carter. Now Caldwell Pope. And here's Wagner. To the paint. And Okongwu with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okongwu. LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Clock is at 3. Here's Banchero. And he makes it on the layup.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Johnson a screen on Suggs. Young looking around. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Like a lot of smaller guys, there's a real ferocity to Trae Young's game. He's willing to scrap to get what he wants.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Pass to LeVert. Screen by Young. Three-pointer. LeVert finds Young. Here's Daniels. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson against Wagner. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Cans it from short range.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
Anthony outside. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Rizachet. Capella, screen on Anthony. Rizachet. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Risachet's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And still a... And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Rizachet. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Capella in at center. Here's Banchero following the score by Atlanta. Pass to Isaac. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. go to the line. That's on George Niang. Orlando shooting their first free throw in this game.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
The three from Rizachet. Sinks it from distance. 10 points for him.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Now Banchero. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Man misses.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Buffkin, he's checked in for the Hawks. Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in. Carter, a screen on Young. Here's Black. And he buries his first look.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Quarter two and about 2 minutes in. Young can't hit. The Magic have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. The three from Banchero at the arc. Banchero finds his mark.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Orlando with the ball, following the score by Atlanta. Inside, here's Black. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. Knocks down the long J.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Niang. Rizachet comes in for Mann. And Daniels is subbed in for LeVert. Here's Suggs. No made baskets yet. Pass to Wagner. He shoots it. Rebounded by Daniels.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
2 for 1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner, he's open. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Wagner's got 7 points.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Young. Great D that time from Suggs. And here's Wagner. Got it off in time. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Magic out in front. They're up by 1. All right, Allie's ready to go. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
All right, let's get an update here on Clint Capella. What'd you learn, Allie?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer for the Hawks. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. He's ruled out return, and we'll just have to see how long recovery will take.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
The defense was there, but the concentration and focus from Wagner also there. Really good poise.
Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility, but the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
Here's Banchero. Banchero delivers inside.
Inside, Banchero has everything he needs to make it happen. He's got size, strength, agility, and a nice touch, too.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Shakes him. Fearless from Young inside.
It's another big night for Trae Young, a relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
Carter, a screen on Johnson. The 3 from Banchero. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
There's Young with the 3. Rebound by the Magic.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Carter. And that one's good. And the Magic lead by 5.
Rustling feathers inside. Carter Jr. getting to the bucket one way or another, not to be denied.
Here's Young. Rebounded by Suggs. Orlando's gone 4 of 6 from 3-point range thus far. A minute 4 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 7-point Magic lead.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Lataze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. 44 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. To the middle. Here's LeVert. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Boy, LeVert gets really good elevation when finishing. So smooth around the rim.
Here's Black. Anthony outside. Pass to Isaac. Back to Anthony. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Kept moving and found an opening. Staying active. Anthony grinding for that bucket in tight.
LeVert outside. One second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys?
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. It's the Magic up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Hawks, Larry Nance is out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the point guard position. It's stolen by Nance. Pass to Krejci. Back to Nance. And it goes straight through with a swish.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Shot from the wing. And Caro no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Pass to Krejci. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. LeVert with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Niang, that's good.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Young inside. He's covered by Suggs. So they take the lead. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Here's Young. Over to the left wing. 1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. For Orlando, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Banchero. It's Banchero just showing off now.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Young against Suggs. Pass to Rizachet. Young with it. Fires from deep. Oh! Dre virtually automatic from deep.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. And Caro no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Suggs against Young. The rebound by Carter. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. There's Wagner off the drive. Money!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. Orlando with the rebound. Suggs with it. Now Okongwu defending. Carter. Cash.
That is the guy to go to. I mean, when everything's frenetic, Carter has that steady, even keel pulse.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Pulls up on the wing, and he sinks it. And that one brings him within 1.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And the Magic with possession. And so they foul intentionally. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Yeah, you need a forward who can get those freebies. Banchero looking to be that guy for this team.
And the second of two is good. And that'll put him up 2.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here. A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Banchero.
Oh, it falls!
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
So it's the Magic taking the W in a close...
A bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Turner in at the 5. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Halliburton on the wing, guarded by Holiday. And that one is good.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Outside, White. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Porzingis with a screen on Siakam. Tatum gets the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Halliburton. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket.
Oh, perfect pick and roll right there. Halliburton with great timing as a passer makes it easy for his teammates.
Outside, White. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Nesmith. Halliburton outside. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. It doesn't go for him.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and...
Oh, wow. Goodness, man. Come on, Jalen. That's just ridiculous.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Halliburton right side. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Halliburton with the bucket.
And the touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
Outside, White. Back to Brown. 51 seconds left in the first. And he can't jam it through. Here's Siakam. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
The Pacers making a switch here. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 1. And the second quarter will... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got T.J. McConnell. Walker out there with Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. Here's Pritchard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Fires the 3. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. And the foul on Obi Toppin. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Craig kicks to Horford. Takes the 3. Hands it from downtown. Hauser's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Toppin finds Halliburton. Sinks the 3-pointer. Halliburton's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Pacers.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tatum draws the double. And finished off by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Outside, Walker. Outside, Mathurin. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
McConnell passes to Halliburton. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Goes up the baseline, drained for 2 points. Tatum's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
Okay, listen. Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So Boston ends up going with a new group. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. To the inside. Nembhard's shot is good. Nembhard's got his first points of the game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Pacers trail by 5. Turner with a screen for Siakam. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Siakam's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Holiday. Hasn't made one yet. Brown's shot is good.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
Pass to Turner. Hits the jump hook.
Miles Turner.
Here's Brown. 10 points for him. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Six on the shot clock. That doesn't go either for Brown. From deep three-point territory. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics. They lead by... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Pacers trail by 3. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Here's Nesmith. Trains the three-pointer. Nesmith has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton on the wing. Guarded by Holiday. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Inside. Out to Turner. For the lead. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Outside, White launches it. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Pass to Nembhard. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. A 2-point game. Here's Tatum. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Tatum's got 10 points.
And that's probably his most dangerous weapon. Tatum just has a smooth jumper.
Turner with a screen on White. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Tatum kicks to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
1:22 left in the third. Halliburton for three. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Pass to Tatum. From deep. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got the lead back up to 5 now for Boston. Here's Nembhard. Some nice passing here by Indiana.
And it's crucial that Turner remains assertive like this because it's how he's going to get these calls.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
So both teams making some changes here. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Cornette passes to Brown. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Here's Pritchard. And the Celtics another three.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Pacers trail by 7. Pass to Mathurin. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. It's good. Turner's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
The three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
Siakam for 3. At the buzzer!
That is how you finish it.
Yeah. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1-100 type shot. But, hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Celtics lead by 5. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
So it's the Pacers now. Outside, Walker. Pass to Mathurin. Now McConnell. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Up top, Tatum. He's covered by Halliburton. And that one's good. Tatum.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
Halliburton against Tatum. And it's Halliburton missing. Celtics leading by 7. Takes a 3. Tatum from 3.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So an entirely new grouping now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Coach is not happy with that three-point battle. He told his team, we're down because they're making more threes than us. We have to defend the line if we're not making them at the other end. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Over Siakam. Inside, Tatum automatic.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
Holiday against Halliburton. Nembhard. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Here's Tatum. Not this time. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Halliburton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Halliburton's got 20.
And guys, there's just an air about Halliburton. He has such belief in his abilities, and eventually others start to believe.
Porzingis can't hit.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Halliburton passes to Turner. Indiana moving it around. Siakam finds Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner with the screen. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming out in a big way.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. And no qualms about taking those wide-open jumpers.
Right down low. Nembhard covering. Brown the pass to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Tatum with it. Fires for 3. Nembhard grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Halliburton missing. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Celtics, Drew Holiday.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And the Pacers call time here. They're behind by 8. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Neesmith with the ball. Brown's there. Halliburton for 3. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Outside Turner from the arc. Connects from downtown.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
So we see Boston get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks.
And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now Atlanta's starting five. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, down low. Now here's George. Fires the 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
Pass to Risache. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
And we're about a minute into the first. With the teardrop. And it's blocked by Embiid.
You have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Risache. George defending. There's Young with the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Good up-tempo play there from Young, firing that shot off before the D could react.
And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare, especially when he gets his confidence. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Pass to Johnson. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Really good passing wing. Risache isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Embiid passes to Grimes. Gets a very good look and converts. Grimes has got his second basket of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Young. 56 seconds left in the first. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Outside Oubre. Pass to Grimes. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Grimes has got 7 points in the game.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes. And he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Johnson a screen on George. Now here's a Kongwu. Embiid covers. That one goes. Count it.
Well, you got to like his choice right there to go hard to the rack. Took it right at the teeth of the defense.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Maxey surveys. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Grimes, the pass to Oubre. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Sixers on top, up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Butler. Joel Embiid is out there with Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Risache. On the wing man, guarded by Edwards. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc. Man's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Outside Butler. Pass to Embiid. The rebound by Mann. The Hawks trailing. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Down low. Here's Capella. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And the 76ers with some changes. Oubre comes in for Edwards. And it's Grimes in for Butler. Bufkin, he's checked in for Atlanta. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Krejci's checked in for Bufkin.
Personal foul. First team foul. Coming out to the floor for the Hawks.
Here's Grimes. He's got 7. Embiid, a screen on LeVert. Here's Grimes. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Trae Young in for Krejci.
Trae Young.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Pass to Okongwu, and here's LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
Here's Yabusele. .151 left to play in the first half.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And it's blocked by Embiid. Here's Yabusele, defended by Niang. Pass to McCain. Out to Oubre. Here's Yabusele. The 3 is up. Grimes' shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Back to Young. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. No luck on that one. The Sixers trailing to the paint. Embiid elevates.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Now Young. Niang a screen. Puts the move on. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by LeVert.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Outside Maxey. There's a screen. For three, George. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Young against Maxey. Tries to spin move. And the 76ers making a change here.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your 76er. Number 30. Again, Koda.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Young with it. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by George. Outside Maxey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And now a 7-point Philadelphia lead. That'll do it for the first half. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 7. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. The Sixers lead by 7. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at small forward. And Embiid throws it down.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Risache. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Again, the Sixers score.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Young finds Johnson. Here's Daniels. He's scoreless. Yes, it's good. And here is Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Here's George. Atlanta with a rebound. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. Good work defensively by Oubre. Philadelphia leading by 9. Inside. Here's George. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Number 20.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Young looking for an opening. Pass to Okongwu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Young. 3-pointer. Look at Young, making it look easy.
Well, if you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off a 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Now here's Embiid. Here's Grimes. The 3 ball.
And count it. Now 5 for 7.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Daniels. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Daniels has got his second basket. Outside Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. 55 seconds left in the third. Such a wide open look. Maxey's got 6.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Pass to Daniels. Lets it fly. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Maxey. And here's Oubre. Fires the 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Maxey against Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 13. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays. So valuable.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Joel Embiid, Butler out there with Edwards, and it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Embiid inside. He's against Capella. Oh, Embiid in the face of tough D. Hawks trail by 13. LeVert outside. Screen by Capella. Three-pointer. The shot by LeVert, no good. Philadelphia's gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Pass to Butler. Embiid with it. Six on the shot clock. Oh, wow! Embiid, so strong.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Both teams deciding to change it up. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Young. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Young. And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his team's always finished in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Rizachet. The Hawks need to get one up here. 17-foot shot on the way, and Atlanta misses again. The Sixers lead by 16. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Maxey. Lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the 76ers.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Joel Embiid.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And Philadelphia calls time here. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. .114 left to play in the fourth. Oh, got that one up quick. And the 76ers lead by 17.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
Now, these nights last a long time. When you just go out there and you outwork your opponent, you know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight it's going to come in a win.
Count it. Good. The 76ers have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Here's Maxey. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Young against Maxey. A nice shot by Young. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Now here's Embiid. Shoots over a Kongwu. Rebounded by Johnson. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A competitive game. You have to. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill.